Greetings, welcome back to Let's Play Motorsport Manager. Thetimix here. And we are set with the restart of the Up in Flames challenge. Prior to this, I have played through the beginning, up through the finish of Sydney, and that's the first race of the challenge, the 12th race of our season. And it went better than last time. Of course, it could hardly have gone worse. Saarinen did not crash early in the race. He finished 7th. And yeah, Espinoza finished 13th. That's a hair better than she did last time, but not a whole lot. So this is going to be our second attempt at the challenge, and hopefully the last. We've got some new strategies, definitely. Also hoping for a little bit better luck. So we've got Milan coming up. And as it stands, we've just finished repairing the cars after the Sydney race. You can see it's the 26th. Sydney was on the 22nd of September. So we've got Milan coming up next. Let's take a look at the car there and what we're doing. We've got a front wing going. I did experiment with looking at other parts and found I couldn't really improve on what parts to design. You know, again, we can't improve the engine much, and the others are close to the top, so really getting those wings up and being really good in the turns is probably our best bet. And then yeah, the part improvements. So basically we're going to focus our design effort on the wings, therefore we're focusing our part improvements on Wexler's parts that are not on the wings. And we're focusing on the parts that are the best. Let's take a look at the list here. You know, we're working on the best brakes. You know, the best engine, etc. To max those, the idea is to max those out for him by the end of the year. No, I didn't want to look at that. And of course, we're throwing everything into reliability, because with the weight stripping, the reliability is going to be the most important thing. So we're throwing all our effort into that. We're going to max out these parts. And then as we finish the front wing and the rear wing parts, get those as high as they can, I'll rotate those in here as well. So maxing out the reliability, and then once that's done, we'll probably shift into performance and try to really push, you know, the performance of them up to their best at the end of the year. So yeah, you know, we did focus mostly on reliability the previous attempt, but not all the way there. You know, this time it's all in on that. And Milan was a disaster for Wexler last time. He had engine problems near the end of the race. Finished, goodness, I want to say it was like 15th or something ridiculous. The other thing that happened, I think this happened last time too, but in Sydney, Chapman finished second, not first. So we were down 5 points to him. He gained 8, and of course Wexler's out hurt. So now that's a 13-point gap. Zoe Sharp was nice enough to win for Panther Race Team. And so she and Oliveira there fighting for third. Saarinen dipped down a spot to 8th with his 7th place finish. But, you know, the main thing to watch, of course, is this 13-point gap, which grew a lot after Milan last time, and we should be able to be a lot more competitive this time. I'm hoping to be a lot more competitive. Okay, we'll see how that rolls. Okay, and here's our front wing. They're going to tell us all about that. Yep. Let's go get a new one. Nope, not improved parts. Again, I don't want to spend any time on this wing because we're not going to use it. You know, we're just going to get a better one. So And yeah, I'll accept the extra build time for sure. Don't want to go with the risky ones, but I'll accept the extra build time. Because the key is to just max this thing out. And of course we don't have... Yeah, we're not going to be able to have this. So we're going to get this front wing and one more, I believe, is what we can build. So we're going to knock that one out. Of course, again, we got plenty of money. Also discovered that last time. We don't really have to worry about money. We're going to have plenty of money to do everything we can. And, yeah, front wing's out of the yellow. So it's, you know, again, moving up, still only 4th. But since that's not going to be a long-term part, we're not going to work on that at all. We're not going to waste time on that. We're just going to keep funneling all of our efforts into what basically the permanent parts. These 4 parts, we're going to finish the season on those parts. So we're going to put everything into that basket. 2 weeks till Milan. And we're now into October. And we've got a bunch of mail. Yes, Wexler's ready to go again. Target Championship update from the chairman. Report on Milan. And, yeah, brakes are important, and we've got great brakes. And then designer wants the wind tunnel. And again, it just wouldn't be worth the money. I don't think we could get it fast enough. Let me just check that out. If we were to get the wind tunnel. Yeah, it's a 20-week thing. So even if we'd have built it originally, it wouldn't be in time to matter by the end of the year. That's what I thought. Okay, so we're just going to ignore that. We're going to keep right on going. And there's our latest ERS roundup. And if this was a career save, I'd be paying more attention to this stuff, wanting to fully, you know, immerse myself in all the events. Not important here. We only care about moving on with the challenge. Alright, front wing finished. And something else. Yeah, they're going to have a preview. Carla Espinoza tipped as a driver to beat. You know, they said that last time. That's ridiculous. She's not even going to race. Okay, let's go and figure out about a new front wing. Should be the last one here. So yeah, we definitely want to hit that. We definitely want to hit that, and we can get the 3rd component. We can't pick any of these. So what can we do to improve this? And honestly, what I really want to do here is it's not going to be any better here. But if I reduce the red zone, then I can pump even more out of this part when I do the weight stripping. I can turn it down to like 70% instead of 80%, get more performance out of it. So knocking out the red zone there, I think, is as good as we're going to do. Okay, and then once that's done, we're going to start putting effort into this from our mechanics. And we'll move on to the rear wing. So, liking that. Still don't want to put any, you know, resources into it yet until we get the final part, because that's wasteful. Let's take a look at how we're doing headed into this race. Okay, these parts are close. They're not ready yet, but they're close. So I think starting with probably the next race. What are you barking at me about? Oh yeah, they want me to look at fitting the parts, which, you know, I'm not going to change anything here yet. Yeah, starting with the next race after Milan, we should be able to start using those 4 those 4 key parts on Wexler's car. And we're going to travel to Milan now. Let's see about getting a decent practice in. I'm going to go with 5th here. And in the tire selection, I've found that I really want to overload the softer tires for qualifying and whatnot. Like 7, 5, and 3 is a pretty good place to be for them. Actually, I'm going to bump that down to 2. I'll go with 8, 5, and 2. That might be a little bit overloaded, but I don't think it is. I haven't had any of them where I wanted to use the harder tires, and if I run into that, well, they're gonna catch me on it. But you know, I'm going with it. Part fitting. Let's make sure I've got what I want. Yeah, Wexler's brakes almost all the way up. Not quite there, but almost all the way there. And I think we're ready to switch up on the engine because it's only 96% as compared to 100. But it's got the lower red zone, and it's better quality. So I think we're ready to go there, and then Saarinen can shift into that. That's an upgrade. Of course, we're going to want to stick with the same front wings, except I'm going to want to switch this around because I'm going to want Wexler to have the 80% reliability front wing. And then gearbox. I'm going to have Wexler stick here for now. But you know what? I'm going to throw Saarinen in that one. It's going to give us our 96%. It'll be a lot better quality than the one he's got. Wexler's got the best right now for both reliability and performance. Rear wing. Again, I want to have Wexler in the more reliable one. And suspension, and that's where I want to be as well. Okay, so they're both happier than they were before. Also good. So I think we're heading off to Milan now, ready to go. Of course, the question is, are these improvements going to be enough? Or will we still fall short? And that remains to be seen. And we've got some heavy rain going on for practice. Wexler not looking like he's having a good day. Saarinen a little better. Of course, Wexler just coming back from injury, so... Okay, looks like it's going to be fairly wet for the first part. So, probably going to want to get the drivers out there for extended period. And then it's going to dry out. So, yeah, Lippinen having a really good practice run. Other than that, you know, the 2 Steinman cars and then Wexler, we're looking okay there. And yes, all the press is about Steinman. Nothing particularly big from our fans. And qualifying will be next. That will have to come up next time. For now, thanks for watching, And we'll get back to Milan qualifying in our next episode. See you then.